Today is going to be a little bit different. It's not going to be doing much animation. It's just going to be kind of learning about the different tools in Photoshop because I realize that you guys are still pretty novice with it. Maybe some of you guys haven't even taken digital media last year, so you may be pretty unfamiliar with some of the tools that we have in Photoshop. So to kind of help you out, let's see. Let's make a new layer. So you're all pretty familiar with the paintbrush tool, so you know how that's used. Let's see. Bring up the opacity. Okay, so with the paintbrush tool, you know that you can draw and it creates a line for you. Actually, I'm going to leave that here. So if you have choose this tool up here, the move tool, you can select the shape that you drew and move it to a different spot. So after I realized that some of you guys didn't even know that tool, I should probably show it to you because it is pretty helpful to be able to move some of your layers, bit by bit if you need to, because I realize sometimes when you draw your stuff, it may not be exactly where you want it to end up afterward. I would do the same exact thing. So that is the move tool. Let's see here. These are different selection tools. So I personally like to use the lasso tool a lot. So this is helpful whenever you have multiple sort of layers and objects. If you do the lasso tool, it'll be the same thing. You can select, make a little lasso around the object, and then you can kind of move it to where you need it to be. And then you can do the move tool and it moves whatever was inside the lasso. So a little bit different method, but works just as well. Let's see. Let's do, the paint bucket tool is pretty helpful, so let me show you about that. So let's say you have a circle that you make, fully close it, and then if you use this tool right here, the paint bucket tool, if you click right in the middle, it'll fill it all the way up for you. There may be like a little line that you have to fill around here, but I mean you can just go back in with the paintbrush tool and fill that back in. This is pretty helpful whenever you're making like custom shapes. So I'm actually going to have you guys make a beach scene for like a background. And this would be kind of helpful to, making the palm trees if you need to fill those in, or like the tree, because it may be kind of hard to do that with the paintbrush to have to go back in and color it like that. So that is the paint bucket tool. And one thing about the paint bucket tool is it has to be a closed figure. So if you have like an opening here where it doesn't attach, if you use the paint bucket tool, it'll probably just, fill the whole background instead, which is not what you want. It has to be a closed figure in order for it to fill properly. So I'll show you 2 or 3 more ones. The text one is pretty self-explanatory. You just make a little box, you drag it out, and then you're able to make some text there. You don't really need that for this project, but it's kind of a good one to just know. Just delete that. And then you can also use this, it says the rectangle tool, but if you click and hold on it, that works for any of these other tools as well. Any of the ones that have like a little arrow down to the right, which is all of them. If you click and hold on it, you can see that there are other options behind the first one. So if you wanted to create rectangle, an ellipse, a line, or a custom shape, let's say you wanted to make an ellipse, you would just click and drag, let go, and it makes the ellipse for you. And then you can select the color inside here and then apply it. Oh, wait, no. Select the fill, then you would apply it over here. So that is how you make basic shapes. And then the last one, the magnifying glass over here, this is the zoom tool. So with the plus and minus over here, if it's on the plus, like you see the cursor here, it'll zoom in. And if it's on the minus, you can zoom out. So it automatically defaults to the plus, and I believe it's, if you hold down the option key, it'll change back and forth. So if you're zooming in and you're like, oh, you need to just quickly zoom out, you just hold down option, and then it'll zoom out for you. So that can be pretty helpful whenever you're like filling in like bigger details or smaller details, I mean. and then having to go back out to see the whole thing. So yeah, those are some of the basic tools besides the paintbrush tool that you guys can use to create your scene. Um, I'll tell you all the stuff that you have to have included, the amount of palm trees and sand and all that kind of stuff in the Schoology assignment. But yeah, if you have any other questions, definitely feel free to reach out and ask me.